World United Pro Wrestling. Proud to bring you the greatest wrestling in the world.
Are you ready? Is you ready? Ready. You say you ready. Whole squad ready. Ready. Is you ready? Are you ready? Ready. Is you ready? Whole squad ready. We came here to see Jet. What you got? No, not on my watch. No way. Bring what you got. I'm going to the top. You can bring what you got. I'm going to the top. Bring what you got. Bring what you got. I'm going to the top. I'm going to the top.
Are you ready? You know what time it is, right?
Welcome to UPW Monday Night. We are live from Chicago, Illinois. Thank you for joining us. I am Adam Thompson, proud to bring you all the play-by-play action for the next generation of pro wrestling. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Tonight, there are bound to be fireworks. Stannis is back in action. Found his deconstruction of Koba Mabuchi 2 weeks ago. And I imagine DWI would rather be anyone else in the world tonight. And then we'll see the United Women's Championship of the World be on the line as Riley Quinn takes on the Springboard Princess Elena King, who is subbing in for Selena Allen, who is out with COVID, but King gets the opportunity of a lifetime. Can she capitalize? And then in our main event, we'll see the two men who square off at GoldRush, Andrews, Tauro, two sides of a tag team equation. We'll find out who Tauro's mystery partner is tonight. And the crowd here is ready to go. And I tell you, I've been waiting on this. And speak of the devil, here comes the champ.
Making his way to the ring from Guadalajara, Mexico. He is the United Heavyweight Champion of the world. Mexico's most lethal export. This is Tauro.
And the champion makes his way to the ring, dressed to the nines. Look at what he's got on tonight. Cleaner than the Board of Health. As he makes his way to the ring to address the folks here in Chicago. And you gotta believe that he is amped to finally get his hands on the Ace of Spades, Ace Andrews, and the painkiller Christian Crain tonight. I remind you, Andrews and Tauro will clash 2 weeks from tonight at GoldRush for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is going to be incredible. New York City is going to be on and popping 13 days from tonight. Let's see what the champ has to say. And the crowd is loving it. And Tauro laying down the challenge for his opponent at GoldRush. And the crowd seems to want to see some conflict here right now. Oh, goodness. Never a man to avoid the spotlight. He is your 2020 Lone Star winner. He is the Ace of Spades. And Ace Andrews is walking down the ramp here in Chicago. And these fans are giving him hell, and it looks like Andrews loves it. Some people love to be loved, and some people love to be hated. And there's no question which type of person that Ace Andrews is. knows they get a mic. He can go face to face with Mexico's most lethal export. You are a heathen, Andrews. A low blow. He refers to Solo Henry, who's on the shelf 4 to 6 weeks after breaking 4 ribs and an attack by Crain. And Tauro promises he doesn't let us down. Wow. Andrews takes him up on the deal. Winner tonight picks the stipulation for Gold-Rush. That is incredible news. Who will Tauro have team with him as he takes on this incredibly destructive duo of Andrews and Crain? Oh my goodness. Oh, who's it gonna be? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. It's the return of the Wave. Chicago's favorite son, the UPW television champion, Jericho Cage, will be Tauro's mystery partner tonight as they take on Crain and Andrews. And Cage is not waiting. Cage is getting him some of Andrews. Oh my goodness. Backdrop on the ramp, the steel ramp. And Cage is ready for war tonight. Cage and Tauro, Crain and Andrews. Oh my goodness. You only see it here on United.
Hey, it's Riley from Every Other Dealership. We're having our big tent, balloon, free money, sticker price, tag on the mirror, spin the wheel sale, and you're not gonna wanna miss this. We have small cars, big cars, broken down cars, SUVs, trucks, even more trucks. So many trucks, you can buy 3 if you wanted. We even got one of these things. So come on down to the big tent, balloons, sticker price, free money, tag on the mirror, spin the wheel sale at Every Other Dealership.
Back on Monday night, where we just heard big news from the commissioner, the middleweight champion Animal Stone will return at Gold-Rush and defend his championship in a triple threat. And yes, they did put on a classic at Inception. And tonight, Tauro and Cage will team. Wow. And Crain and Andrews are in for a world of hurt tonight, as Cage seemed to have his mind focused on retribution from the assault and turmoil that Crain and Andrews have put his friend Solo Henry through. We've seen Tauro come to the defense of Henry, and now that's all going down tonight. But it's time for our first match of the evening. It is going to be ugly, as Donnie Iciano, DWI, makes his way to the ring to go one-on-one with the Prussian Punisher. And I hope he gets to walk away from this at all tonight. Oh my goodness.
And his opponent, from Sopat, Poland, weighing in at 471 pounds, he is the Prussian Punisher. This is Stannis.
And Stannis makes his way to the ring for the first time in 2 weeks since his match with Koba Mabuchi and the subsequent suspension that he received. But my goodness, let's go back to 2 weeks ago when it was an incredible match between those two men. Koba really showed a hell of a fight, but he was a bloody mess at the match's conclusion. He was beaten with the PDD and then choked out after the match. Thank goodness for Flash Adams coming down to save his protege. He saved him quite a beating, and Flash took a beating of his own and got locked in the clutch. And then the Sailman came out, thankfully, to save both men. And the word backstage is Stannis has his eye and his mind on the Limb Reaper. And this match is brought to you by our friends at TSC News. When you're looking for your latest sports interviews and content, make sure that you go to the TSC News channel. But folks, our friends at the Sports Courier have signed up for a slobber knocker, as Stannis takes on DWI. And look, 24 years old, Donnie Iciano, it's a long way to go. He annoys a lot of people in the back, but I don't think anyone wishes this on him, as he gets clotheslined and nearly decapitated by the Prussian Punisher. Kick by Iciano, and maybe shouldn't have done that. Headbutt by Stannis. Big right hand, uppercut. No, it's Iciano with a hand of his own. Iciano trying to show some fight here. But my goodness, just like that, a simple move, an Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and it debilitates DWI. And a second one. My goodness. This man is holding his ribs. That takes a lot of force. Right hand, inside out overhead throw by Stannis, and he is tossing Iciano around like a rag doll. And Stannis stays on the attack. And at this point, Iciano might want to call in the Red Cross. Catches him and tosses him across the ring from one side to the other. That's a grown man, folks. And this is the path of destruction that we've seen by the Prussian Punisher. Look at this power choke slam. Almost drives Iciano through the mat. Oh my God. Iciano is out. Headbutt, 10-gallon head, two of them right to the brain of Iciano. And he is struggling to get his bearings together. And now he's up on the shoulders, and it's all but over. Polish death drop. The PDD, the most devastating move in UPW. And it's automatic. Thank goodness this one is over. Stannis wins and extends his record-long consecutive win streak. And at this point, who really wants to face this man? We saw a man who wanted to in Koba, a man who didn't in DWI. It's the same result. And now Stannis has a microphone. And he's calling out the Sailman. I don't know if we can take a round two of this feud that almost tore UPW apart last year. And Stannis is taking out his frustration on Iciano, trying to goat the Sailman to come out here. Somebody needs to help Iciano. Oh my, he wants more. Up on his shoulders, looking for a second PDD. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Someone has to help this kid. Someone. The sailman promises to get him some Stannis as Kennedy Wynn barges into Eric Tyler's office. He did do that. And the card for Gold Rush just keeps getting better and better. We now know that we'll have a 6-way showcase invitational. You win, you get any match you want. That is incredible. Earlier we found out that the Animal Stone will defend the middleweight championship of the world in a triple threat match. And of course our main event, Tauro versus Andrews for the World Heavyweight Championship. All in 13 days, but right now, it's time to get to our second match of the evening. And it's for the Women's Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the United Women's Championship of the World. Making her way to the ring, she is the challenger from Columbus, Georgia. Weighing in at 129 pounds, she is the Springboard Princess. This is Elena King.
Elena King has the opportunity of a lifetime as she fills in for Selena Allen here tonight. Allen in COVID protocol. And UPW management made a last-minute audible. And Elena King has a chance tonight to become the women's champion of the world. 24-year-old. And tonight, she may be the youngest women's champion in UPW history. But as we said many times in the past, it's gonna take a lot of luck, a lot of talent to dethrone this woman.
And her opponent from Jacksonville, Florida, weighing in at 137 pounds. She is the United Women's Champion of the world, the undisputed. This is Riley Q.
And Riley, as usual, getting the boo birds from the UPW crowd as she arrives in Chicago, Illinois, with only one thing on her mind: retaining that women's championship by any means necessary. And if we've learned anything about Riley Q during her title reign, is that she will do whatever it takes. She'll rake the eyes, she'll use a chair. All the cards are on the table when it comes to retaining that women's championship of the world. And folks, this title match is brought to you by our friends at Every Other Automotive Partners. When you're looking for your next car, make sure that you go to an Every Other dealership. King, Quinn, and we're off as they lock up center of the ring. And King pushes Riley to the ropes. King, the stronger of the two women. Oh, but there's a sucker slap by Riley, and that's why she's top. Look, there's a lot of talent. I'm not saying that Riley doesn't have talent. She has lots of talent. But she just throws her competitors off their game. No one wants to win more than Riley Quinn. Big reverse DDT takes down King, and you see there, look, King was angry that she got slapped by Riley. Went on the top rope, And now Riley's on the advantage. Brings King back to her feet. And a big kick, a roundhouse kick. Takes off the head of Elena King. And a kick out right at the count of 2. Riley mad, but that wasn't close. And she has a way of getting on everyone's nerve. Irish whip. There goes King. Big reversal, look at that. Oh, neck breaker by Quinn, and a clothesline takes King over the top rope. And Riley is on fire here to start off this one. Let's take another look as she clotheslines King right over the top rope, and now she's on the apron. Elbow drop, no good. And that's a big risk for the women's champion to take, and she comes up with nothing. As King tosses Quinn right back into the ring. And is this the start of something special for the Springboard Princess? Kick to the gut. Fires herself off the rope. Big scissors kick. Takes down Riley. And folks, we're going to have to take a quick commercial break, but King's at the top. Let's see what she does. Hurricanrana, no. A power bomb.
In a crude laboratory in the basement of his home.
And we are back on Monday night as Elena King and Riley Q continue to do battle for the Women's Championship of the World. Into the corner, and Riley steps out of the way. And just like that, she starts battering the ribs of King and tosses her by the hair. Almost pulling the follicle from the scalp by any means necessary. Now what is Riley looking for? She goes to the top rope. She should watch out. King, Spanish fly, Spanish fly. That might do it. 1, 2, 3. No. 2 7/8 as Riley holds on. Somehow, let's take another look. Look at the athleticism. King might be the most athletic person on this roster. What an incredible Spanish fly. Almost gave her the women's championship. Big T-bone suplex, so throw her over her head. Riley nursing that hip. And the Springboard Princess is looking to fly. Top rope, big drop kick. Springboard drop kick by King, and Riley rolls to the floor. Look at the wherewithal by the women's champion. But she should watch out, and she does. She sidesteps the Arabian moonsault. And King is out. That is, oh my. As we take a look on the replay, King crashes and burns, and she should look out. And she's up on the shoulders. It's over. It is over. The vertical lounge. 1, 2, 3. And the women's champion retains. Riley Q remains undisputed, and she remains the women's champion of the world against a very game Elena King. But the Springboard Princess did a little too much springing, and she crashed and burned. What is next for Riley Q? Some hope it's Unstoppable Ultra. We will see. And look who it is. Back from the hospital, it's the baby killer Koba Mabuchi and the fastest gun in UPW, Flash Adams. Good to see both men in good condition. And it looks like Koba Mabuchi might have a little bit of doubt creeping in. And there is the face of fear, Alex Haas. He will be participating in that 6-way Showcase Invitational in 13 days at GoldRush. And there's Butter Slug 2 of the 6 men that will compete. These men have a long history, and they'll write the next chapter at GoldRush. And it looks like half of our main event is ready to go. But before we swing it that way, let's get caught up on what's going to happen next week. Here on Monday night, we'll have Rich and Famous battle RDJ and Fox Van Hood for the #1 contendership to the UPW Tag Team Championships of the World. Winner will get the black flag at GoldRush. And then we'll have Japan's Greatest Love Machine, Takashi 3000, battling the Face of Fear, Alex Haas, in our main event. And that is sure to be a great one. But that's next week, and tonight is not done, and you already know what time it is.
The following match is your main event of the evening, and it is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Dorchester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 295 pounds, he is the Painkiller, Christian Crain.
And Chris Crain has been making a name for himself lately from putting people on the shelf. 9 weeks ago, he put poor Sloppy Joe through the hood of that car. Put that man out of action for a few weeks. He tossed his friend Average Joe off the stage. And then when he finally faced both men, he tossed Average Joe through a table. He bashed Sloppy Joe's head in with steel steps, and then he powerbombed him through the ringside announce table. And folks, that's why we don't have a ringside announce table anymore. Christian Crain has been the path of destruction. And this man has found himself quite a running buddy these days.
My body is...
And here he comes, the man who debuted at Inception.
Weighing in at 233 pounds, he is the 2020 UPW Lone Star winner. He is the ace of spades, Ace Andrews.
And since debuting at Inception, no one has made more of an impact than this man right here, the ace of spades, Ace Andrews. Andrews won the Lone Star match. He has a title shot in 13 days against Mexico's most lethal export, and if he wins tonight, he gets to pick the stipulation. He has his cohort in tow, and he has everything that he asked for. Andrews Crain versus Cajun Tauro for the advantage for Ace to get everything that he wanted. The World Heavyweight Championship. And Andrews and Crain have a lot to prove tonight. Can they get the win when the numbers are square? You know what that means. It's Mexico's most lethal export.
And their opponents. First, from Guadalajara, Mexico, weighing in at 309 pounds, he is the United Heavyweight Champion of the world. Mexico's most lethal export. This is Tauro.
And the World Heavyweight Champion has swapped out the fine dining clothes for the work clothes. He's laced up the boots and he's ready to go to work tonight as he tries to gain that advantage for the title defense at GoldRush. Tonight, the 2 longest reigning champions in UPW team up. Cajun Tauro to quell the revolt that is Andrews and Crain. Earlier, Tauro came out and said that he deals with everyone face to face. He shows everyone the same respect, and he has none for Andrews. And that is to be expected after Andrews and Crain's behavior over the past 2 months. But now it's time to teach them that lesson, because they surely won't learn it of their own volition. And the lights go out, the music hits, and you know what time it is.
And his partner from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 236 pounds. He is the United Television Champion, the Wave, Jericho Cage.
And the hometown boy. The crowd has lost their minds as Chicago's own Jericho Cage has entered the building after 4 long weeks off, regrouping from the match that he had with Tauro at Inception. He came back earlier tonight as the mystery partner, and he gave Ace Andrews a little something to think about. Cage said that he let Solo Henry down, but he's here for some revenge. Can Cage get revenge for his friend? And can he make sure that the movement of Crain and Andrews stops right here, right now? This is an incredible match. I cannot wait for this tonight. Folks, this main event is brought to you by our friends at Every Other Automotive Partners. When you're looking for your next vehicle, make sure that you go to an Every Other dealership. And tonight, they're in the right place to be. Four of the biggest stars in UPW, they collide. And the bell and we're off. Andrews doesn't look like he wants to get into it with Tauro, and look at that. Oh, the coward. He tags in Crain. Lets Crain do the dirty work. Big elbow to Tauro as we get started. Right hand by Crain. Crain looking for a big side slam. Nope. Knee. Tauro fights out of it. That knee looked like it stunned Crain in a big clothesline. As Tauro gets the first big move of the match. Couple chops to Crain as he's tossed into the corner. You know what that is, the big belly overhead suplex by Tauro. Look at the strength, tossing all 300 pounds of Christian Crain over his head with the ease. And there's a few men in UPW that you do not want to get in a test of strength with. Tauro definitely at the top of that list. But for Christian Crain, for what it's worth, he's up there too. Big haluva kick into the corner. Takes down Crain. Might be one of the first time Crain doesn't have that power advantage as he gets tossed into the corner, and Tauro and Cage tagging. You know, they tagged 5 weeks ago before their match at Inception. And they were smooth as a bowl of peanut butter. For two guys that don't tag very frequently, they are very, very smooth. Reversal by Crain, elbow to the knee. Cage with the reversal as he has Crain down to one knee. Crain works his way back to the feet, elbow to the shoulder blade. And then Jericho, big spin cycle DDT. And Cage is taking it in here in Chicago. Born and raised. Started in CGW. Oh my goodness. Tilt-a-whirl. That might do it. No. Kick out at 2.5. Look at this. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Then Cage gets to the top rope. Brings all the weight, twisting and turning onto the torso of Crain. Cage back in the corner. Tag with Tauro. Look at the fluidity. Big drop kick by Tauro. And Tauro and Cage continue to work like a well-oiled machine head or night. Chop leaves Crain reeling. Tauro tosses Crain over the top rope. Crain hangs on. Tauro trying to gain some speed and a big spear. A spear. Folks, we gotta take our last break. We'll be right back.
it's Riley from every other dealership. We're having our big tent, balloon, free money, sticker price, tag on the mirror, spin the wheel sale, and you're not gonna wanna miss this. We have small cars, big cars, broken down cars, SUVs, trucks, even more trucks. So many trucks, you can buy 3 if you wanted. We even got one of these things. So come on down to the big tent, balloon, sticker price, free money, tag on the mirror, spin the wheel sale at every other dealership.
And we're back on Monday night as the main event continues. And Tauro continues to work on Crain, but he gets hung up by Ace Andrews on the top rope, and Andrews is so proud of what he's done. And Crain now on the advantage as we take a look at the replay. He tosses Tauro into the corner. What's next? Starts throwing those knees into the midsection of the World Heavyweight Champion. In 13 days, Tauro has to piece this together to figure out how to deal with Ace Andrews and any other combo that he may put together. We've seen lots of ways that he screwed Solo Henry to this point. Will Tauro be able to avoid those pitfalls? Tag in, Crain tosses Tauro. Oh, big combo by Andrews and Crain. The atomic drop into the big boot. And the champ is a little woozy. Right hand is countered by Tauro, top to the chest. Can Tauro reduce and transfer some of this momentum and get it going his way? Andrews with the right hand as he pulls Tauro through the rope, spikes him with the DDT. Tauro got hung up in the ropes and landed right on his head. Into the cover. And a kick out by the heavyweight champion. And he's got to start getting this going in another direction. He counters and gets a chop in of his own. Andrews tossed him to the corner. Big kick by Andrews on the reversal. And a dragon suplex. Drops the champion right on his head. Oh my goodness. Right hand by the #1 contender. As he is really getting licks in to the heavyweight champion. Reversal by Tauro. Big elbow by Andrews. And a drop kick to the knee. That wrapped up knee by Tauro, and that stalls the champ. He's whipped into the corner. And we got a quick tag. Andrews to Crain. What are they looking for? Oh my. And he turned Tauro inside out on the double Irish whip. Tauro trying to regain in the corner, and he's getting stomped by Crain. Crain putting a mud hole, walking it dry on the heavyweight champion. Irish whip into the corner, and Tauro remains in an area that he would rather not be in. Tag into Andrews. And what are they looking for? Oh goodness, a stomp to the bad leg. The taped up knee of the heavyweight champion becoming a focal point for Ace Andrews. And is this the recipe? Big drop kick to the knee. Is this the recipe that's going to get Andrews to the World Heavyweight title? Tauro tried to crawl to the corner, and Andrews cut him off at the pass as he begins to work on the opposite leg. Andrews not the biggest, not the strongest, but this man may be one of the smartest men in all of professional wrestling as he continues to take out the legs of Mexico's most lethal export. Big elbow to the knee. And Andrews always seems to put himself in a position to succeed. And now what is he looking for? Into that last call submission. Working on the good leg of Tauro. Will this do it? At some point, if you're Tauro, you just gotta live to fight another day. The champ trying to fight out of it. 2 right hands, 3 right hands, and he breaks the hole. Well, what damage has been done? 1-2 combo drops Andrews. That is the space that Tauro needed. Can he get to the corner? Can he do it? And he tags in the wave. Here comes Jericho Cage. Single leg dropkick takes down Crain. A second one drops Crain. And Cage is firing up here. That's 3 in a row. And Crain rolls to the outside trying to get some space. He should watch out, because here comes a tidal wave, and it wipes out Christian Crain. My goodness. Jericho Cage has changed the complexion of this entire match. As Tauro and Ace Andrews battle on the outside. Crain malfunction, no, it's reversed by Cage. Cage to the stomach. He's looking for that DDT. He hits it. And what is Tauro doing? He just drove Ace Andrews right through the barricade. Right through the barricade. Oh my. And in the ring, Cage is waiting on Crain. And there it is. Classic disclaimer. Classic disclaimer as Tauro picks up the pieces and now he's on the top rope. The Durango Frog Splash. And that's surely gonna do it for the painkiller tonight. 1, 2, 3. And Cage and Tauro get a modicum of revenge against Andrews and Crain. What an incredible match. And the Wave surely turned the tides in this one when he got that tag from Tauro. Tauro made sure Ace Andrews was out of the picture. And Cage dropped the painkiller. With a classic disclaimer, and you know that meant a lot to those two men. But what it means in the bigger picture is that Tauro will pick the stipulation in 13 days as he defends the UPW Heavyweight Championship of the world against Ace Andrews. And that's a big upper hand for Mexico's most lethal export. Folks, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week on Monday Night.
World United Pro Wrestling. Proud to bring you the greatest wrestling in the world.